Hey, how's it going, man?
Good,
I
man.
have I have Peyton here, and then I also have Jonah here as well.
Okay, so we got the whole crew then. Wags and Witches. That's awesome, man. How y'all fellas doing?
Doing
Good,
good.
doing all right.
We
Appreciate.
just got to Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. We have a show tonight, so
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate y'all taking the time. Um, and before we get into the questions, I like to do like a roll call, like when I interview like bands and groups. So just state your name and what role do you play in the band. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Tanner, and I do vocals for Rags and Riches.
I'm Peyton, and I'm the drummer for Rags and Riches.
Jonah, and I'm supplementary percussion.
That's a first. I like that.
Yeah.
That is a first. Like I hear like instruments and all. I never heard of that before. So that's got to be something. Make sure everything goes right. So
Yeah.
every band, every group, gotta have that one person that just makes sure everything goes together. So, that's awesome. First things first. Congratulations to you all on the nominations for the Lexington Music Awards.
Thank
Um,
you. You too.
and so the good thing about the awards, me being a supporter of local music, that I get to hear people that I might not be familiar with the last 12 months. I'm like, Rags and Witches? That sounds new. Let me
Yeah.
let me check them out for a moment. And then I'm on a Spotify. I'm Spotify heavy. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then they on
Yeah.
tour, and they on tour too. Like, what?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we'll get into the tour uh chatter, and we'll talk about. I know you got a new music video on the way as well. Before we get into all that, how did Rags and Witches came to be?
So we actually started, Peyton and I, where we're brothers. We started writing in 2017. From there, we wrote all the way up until 2019, just writing music, getting things ready, website, graphics, kind of all the behind-the-scenes work. And then in 2019, we released our very first single, Speed of Sound, in February, played a show in March. And then from there, we've been touring pretty extensively, and then also added Jonah along to the mix.
That's awesome. So yeah, I just went at it in 2017, and basically things takes off from there. Like y'all got the music, y'all going on tour. Um, so as far as musically sound, like people like to put artists in a box, obviously. Um, for those that may not be familiar with Rags and Witches, how would y'all best describe your sound and the type of music that y'all do?
Uh, I guess the best way to describe it would be pop rock. Um, but we're kind of like, we don't want to be like defined by one genre, so we have a lot of different influences in each of the songs, like a lot of hip-hop influence, anywhere to like something completely random that we were influenced by. So just a lot of different influences, but the main genre would be like pop rock.
Okay, that's cool. So I've gotten to listen to some of the songs. I played them a little bit earlier. Not a Stranger, Light It Up, and Speed of Sound, and
Awesome.
it definitely sounds dope. Um,
Thank you. Thank you.
Definitely some talented fellas, and and y'all local, like, and y'all just already off to a good start with this band, and y'all definitely have been on the road for quite some time. Like, how would y'all best describe the tour experience so far, just going show to show and just getting that reaction from different crowds?
Uh, it's pretty wild. Just we don't know entirely what to expect each night, especially certain places that we've only played once. But it's always awesome to just talk with people afterwards and see how maybe a song or a lyric like affected them or had a meaning to them personally. But yeah, it's just been a blast to even get to do this.
So I'm just gonna read a quote that y'all posted on your Facebook page, around 3 hours ago. Most important thing is to try and inspire people so they can be great in whatever they want to do. That is a quote from the great Kobe Bryant, who shockingly, tragically lost his life, and his daughter Gianna and 7 other passengers. And
Yeah.
it's just 6 days into this, and I'm still like, it's hard to fathom. Like, man, like Kobe was just a great player. He's been an ambassador for women's sports. His beautiful daughter is the reason that got him back into falling in love with the game of basketball. And I'm like, he's had this great career. He's about to do big things in Hollywood, and for that to happen, like for his life to end like that, it's heartbreaking.
Tragic.
And the Lakers had their first game since his death last night. It was such a
Yeah.
beautiful tribute. I stayed up late to watch that entire game. You know, and they play as good as a game that you would hope. If Kobe will want all the players, man, regardless if you're a Laker or not, just go out there and compete. Give it all you have.
Yeah.
And like, y'all got any favorite Kobe moments or memories or quotes or anything that stood out to y'all as it pertains to him?
I think the biggest thing was just growing up in school. Like he was such a inspiration to everyone around me as well. And I was a fan of his as well as like the NBA as a whole. But just people throwing a paper wad at the trash can saying Kobe or anything like that, like it was hard to fathom that just overall like that person is gone. But yeah, I mean, great career, great person from all the stuff I've read. I saw that he fulfilled over 200 Make-A-Wish Foundation services, and I just thought that was incredible as well. His wife spoke about that, and just countless things that he did in his life that was amazing.
Rest in peace to the Black Mamba. Rest in peace to Gianna. Rest in peace to all the passengers. And condolences to all those that are affected by this tragedy.
Absolutely.
And one thing I've learned is, Mamba mentality is just, regardless of the adversity that you face, you keep pushing, you keep striving.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone or anything get in the way of succeeding what it is that you want to accomplish in life. So,
right.
So that's just something to keep in mind, and cherish your loved ones too. Give them a call, give them a big hug, tell them that you love them, cause tomorrow ain't promised. So let's talk a little bit more about this tour. What are some of y'all upcoming shows that fans need to keep an eye on?
Yeah, we're in the Midwest right now. We're up here for about another week and a half. Then we're heading back into close to home, and the closest show is Cincinnati on coming up in February. That's the closest show to home, and then we were back up in close to New York Boston area, and then we head on down through D.C., Virginia, and close the tour out in North Carolina for spring break shows.
Yeah, that's definitely a spot to go, man, for the spring break.
Yeah.
All the college kids gonna be hyped and turned up for sure.
Oh yeah.
So for more info on this incredible band, you can go check them out at ragsandwitchesmusic.com. That's ragsandwitchesmusic.com. Merchandise is there. Upcoming dates is there. And just everything related to them is on there. So I want to talk about this music video that y'all got coming up. Talk a little bit about it. What was it like filming it? Let's get into this music video.
Yeah, absolutely. So we filmed it on January 12th. We had a blast. We actually filmed. This is the first video that we filmed in Lexington. For like the whole thing, and it was just a neat experience. It was something different, just a little sneak peek. We mostly stuck to a storyline, and with this video, we branched away from it a little bit and incorporated a little bit more dance to emphasize the lyrics in the song. So it'll be a good switch up from the normal that we have released so far.
Okay, the name of the song is called Edge of Time. So that's coming up this coming week. So definitely keep an eye on that. Talk about what's the song about, Edge of Time?
Yeah, so I actually personally wrote the lyrics back in June of 2019 before we left for our 68-day tour. We kind of sat on it and didn't do anything musically to it until we got back in December, and then we started working on the song and knew that was the one out of everything we had, that was the song we needed to release. And I would just say there's so many different meanings within this song. Like we were playing a few nights ago, and it really meant, something to someone else that necessarily, it wasn't necessarily written about. And so I guess for me, the biggest thing that it was about was just, it's the world's like a dog-eat-dog world, and, you have to just go out and, go after your dreams and your goals in life, and people sometimes just sit on the sidelines and wait to go after their dreams, and this song just is hopefully an inspiration and inspiring to people that they would just go out and do what they were meant to do.
So my last question before I let y'all go.
Yeah.
What would your advice be to all the inspiring musicians that wants to get started, build a fan base and, getting themselves heard? What would your advice be for the aspiring musicians out there?
I think the biggest thing was just the branding and the marketing for us. Really just producing good content nowadays that people can view as well as touch. I think someone put it this way to me, and it's meant a lot lately, is the best content is something that you can use all of your senses with. So like touch, taste, smell, all of that. And I just think the more you can allow people to get closer with all senses, the faster your brand will grow and be attractive to the eye and everything as well.
Well, fellas, it was great chatting with you all. Thank you so much for being on the show, and considering that y'all got a show coming up this evening. I appreciate y'all taking the time. Rags and Witches are on tour they come to your neck of the woods, go check them out. Show their support. WagsandWitchesMusic.com is their website. You can keep in touch for upcoming shows, music. Be on the lookout for Edge of Time music video coming at you this coming week. And again, thank y'all fellas. Continued success on the tour, and hopefully I'll see y'all in person performing and everything.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was